Hi, I'm Callie from CRK Training Blog. For today's blog video, I have an interesting question for you. How do you think that you learn best? So, when we're learning to ride, there's different ways that we can take in information. And there's many different learning styles out there, but generally people are going to be stronger in one of four main learning styles. So there's visual learners, there is auditory learners, there's people that learn best through reading or writing, and then there's people that learn best by doing, which is called the kinesthetic learning style. So as I mentioned, a lot of times we're strongest in one of these. We prefer learning in one of these modalities over the other. But actually, information is going to be remembered best when we can interact with it through multiple ways of learning. So when we can read something and then maybe we can talk about it with someone and then we can go try it out, for example. There are two other things that also play a big role in both our learning and our ability to remember what we learn. So one of these is emotion. When we have a memory that is connected to an emotion, it's going to be much stronger. This is why when we have a bad experience and we connect the emotions of fear or of anxiety, which are strong emotions, to a situation, they can easily overrule, if you will, all the positive experiences that we may have had doing that same thing. Another interesting thing is that our brain connects location cues very strongly to memories. So for example, if you go to maybe a clinic in a different arena, so you go to a different farm to participate in a clinic or to ride with an instructor, and you get some really good information there that you want to use, but your brain has connected some of that information to the instructor or to the farm. And when you go back to your home arena or your normal barn, you may find that it's not quite as easy to recall that information. However, there's some things that we can do to make sure that we remember what we learn. There's a few simple things, and I'd like to share them with you next. Let's look at an example of a riding lesson and four specific things that you can do to help you get the most out of your lesson, both when you're riding and then also remember the information and the skills that you learn. So when you're in your lesson, make sure that you alternate between about 15-minute blocks of time where you're really focused and you're really working hard and practicing. And then take at least a 5-minute break where you just maybe let your horse walk on a loose rein and you kind of give yourself some time to relax and to process what you've just been doing. So this is important for both you and your horse. Now, once you're out of your lesson and you've put your horse away in the barn, when you get back in your car to leave, have a notebook and just jot down a few notes about what you learned and what you want to remember. I wouldn't pick out more than 4 things. So pick the top 4 things that you want to remember from your lesson and write them down. Now, on the drive home, as you're driving, think about kind of moving your body a little bit. So if there was, for example, maybe you worked on leg yields. As you're going around a turn, imagine that you were leg yielding your car around the turn. Or as you're hitting the brakes at a stop sign, think about stretching up and back a little bit with your body. Finally, when you get home, tell someone about what you learned. So maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your significant other. If no one will listen, then tell the family pet. But it's a very useful and important way of processing information and retaining information when you have to share it or essentially teach it with someone. So use these 4 tips, and I think you'll find that you're going to retain a lot more of what you learn. And all the hard work, all the time, and all the money that you put into learning to ride is going to go to much better use. So thank you for watching, and you can find more riding and training videos at crktrainingblog.com. As always, I look forward to your comments. If you have another tip for remembering what you learn, go ahead and put it in the comments below. The Balance Riding course is starting soon, and the first videos will be available completely for free. If you're an email subscriber, simply watch your email over the next few weeks for more information. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure that you sign up now so that you don't miss the free videos from the Balance Riding course.